They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Okay, guys, I want to give you all a big time thank you. And this is honestly just for all the encouragement that y'all have showed this season. Now, y'all know yesterday I went through and I said, hey, maybe we're going to start making videos every other day instead of every day. And I promise you, I was not looking for y'all to just bombard me with messages saying, Mason, we like you, please give us videos every day. I genuinely thought that not that many people cared. I thought that y'all just watched the videos because y'all are bored. But no, we had so many very nice comments telling us how much y'all appreciated the videos and everything of that sort. So we're going to continue to do them every day. And I promise y'all, it made a difference in my day just seeing those very nice messages. So I want to give y'all a thank you for that. And also, I want to let y'all know, just because I like nice messages doesn't mean I don't like mean messages. If you ever think that I say something stupid in a video and you don't agree with it, your opinion is just as valuable as mine. So please also go down to the comment section, and if I say something dumb, let me know. Let me know why I'm wrong. Let me know why you think you're right. That way everybody else watching the videos can decide for themselves, because it's not like out of the 1,000 people who watch this video, I'm the smartest in the room. I bet you I'm not even close to being the smartest in the room out of everybody watching these videos. So please, if you think you are very good with fantasy basketball, let your opinion be known in the comment section below. Now, that should be it for the announcements. I will also say that if y'all haven't joined our free fantasy basketball group chat by now, what are you doing? Go to the description of the video. Go to the comment section. Whatever you need to do to find that link. DM me on Twitter. DM me on Instagram. Just to get that link, I promise you, I want you to be in there. All right, so our first player that we are going to be bringing up as a must-add guy is actually injured right now, so I know a lot of people are going to hate this call, but this is going to be Malik Monk. Okay, so the shooting guard for Charlotte is currently available in actually 84% of Yahoo leagues, which is surprising. I wasn't expecting that number to be nearly that high. And here with Malik Monk, there are a couple things working for him. A, we understand that this team is devastated with injuries. Not only is Monk injured himself, and he maybe is not coming back till mid-April with his ankle injury, but we can safely assume that he is going to be back before both LaMelo Ball and before Gordon Hayward. Now, whenever he's going to be playing without these other two players in the rotation, we should expect a massive bump up in not only his minutes, but also his field goal attempts, his rebounds, his assists, and yes, the efficiency, of course, is going to dip. This is something we always talk about. But right now, you pull up Malik Monk and what he has done over the past 2 weeks, and he's only played 4 games, and in those 4 games, he's only seen 24 minutes of action every night. So this is what's telling me that Malik Monk can be someone that we are intrigued in. Because if you were looking at the fact that he has only had 24 minutes a night, and he has still been able to come through with this type of production, we can go, hey, without these other players in the rotation, by the time Malik Monk comes back, we could see him start seeing 32 minutes of a night. And if he is scoring 18 points a game off of 24 minutes, and he is racking up, just say, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, you could expect those rebounds and assists to possibly jump up to 5. You could possibly expect the points per game to jump up to 22, 23. And regardless of whatever format you're playing in, regardless of however many teams are in your league, that's a difference-making player. And he's on the waiver wire in 84% of leagues, I'm assuming, just because he's injured. But still, guys, please go out there and look at the past 2 weeks. Look at those 4 games that he played and go, hey, he was very productive in limited action. Now, if he's coming back with no Gordon Hayward, if he's coming back with no LaMelo Ball, we can assume that he's someone that, I don't want to call him a league winner, but he can win you some nights. He can win you a week. So go get Malik Monk, also extremely young. So we know that even if this team does end up just having to pack it in, they have no shot at making the play-in tournament, then you can end up seeing Malik Monk still get minutes. This is the same thing that we talked about with Anthony Edwards when we were talking about trading for him, is that if you're going to be trading for a player on a bad team at this time of the season, you want to make sure they're young. You want to make sure that they're continuing to develop, because if you're trading for a player, just say like Al Horford on the Thunder, then all of a sudden you go, crap, I guess they have no reason to play him. Looks like he's not playing anymore. But no, you go trade for a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This is a bad example because he's injured, but you trade for one of those younger players that they're wanting to build around for years to come, then that player's still going to be getting minutes, because at that point, it's just basketball practice. Okay, so I understand that it's kind of annoying me bringing up injured players, but we are going to do the same thing with this next guy. Let's go over to Josh Hart, who's also going to be out until about mid-April with his thumb injury. And Josh Hart, I'm assuming because of the injury, he's available in 70% of leagues. Now, obviously, this is going to be a lot easier to go out there and trade for him if you're playing in a league that has a waiver wire. But still, I'm sorry, not trade for him. That was a poor choice of words. Add him. But still, you're looking at Josh Hart being a player that has seen a significant amount of minutes. We know that he has continued to get better through his NBA career. And you're looking at Josh Hart and going, okay, over the past 14 days, listen, please, if you're in the Premier right now, this is what I want y'all to do. We don't ever do this in the Premiers, but I think we probably should going forward because it's a lot of fun. Spam right now what you think Josh Hart's average is in rebounds over the past 14 days. Now, he has played, let's pull this up right now so I don't butcher this, 6 games. So he has played 6 games in the past 14 days. Spam in the Premier chat right now, how many rebounds a game do you think he has saw? Because the answer is 12. Over 12 rebounds a game for Josh Hart. I know the point production isn't crazy, but Hart isn't that player that's going to be asked to be the primary scorer for this Pelicans team, which is why I think that he can be an intriguing pickup in fantasy basketball, because even when Zion Williamson is playing, even when Brandon Ingram comes back and Brandon Ingram is playing, Josh Hart can still come through and give you decent stats in other categories. We know the free throw percentage should be pretty high. We know that he can make threes. Also, he's going to be coming through with assists for you at the same time. So if you're ever going to be getting this type of production off the waiver wire, I think that's something we look to do. And obviously, you would have preferred it if you ended up seeing Lonzo Ball be traded for this team, because that would have opened up way more opportunity for Josh Hart. But still, I think that Hart is going to be a player that is worth the pickup and worth the stash until he comes back from this thumb injury. All right, so now let's go over to the Philadelphia 76ers, and let's talk about Shake Milton. Okay, so here with Shake Milton, I mean, the minutes per night aren't great, but the production per minute is. And that's something I like to look for with some of these waiver wire players, where I don't necessarily need to make videos every day telling y'all, hey, go pick up this player and start him tonight, because Giannis Antetokounmpo is out of the lineup, so he's going to be seeing 33 minutes a night. That's easy. I'm sure that y'all have understood how to do that by now, and also it'd be very hard for me to get those videos out in a timely manner. But what we can do is we can identify players that are very productive on a per minute basis. That way, if you have them on your roster and then they get the opportunity to see 30, 31, 32 minutes a night, then they come through with a ton of production. And that's exactly the profile of a player Shake Milton is right now, where over the past 14 days, he has played 7 games, and in those 7 games, he's only averaged 23 minutes a night. But you go through, and with those 23 minutes, he's provided you with 16 points, a 3.5, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. So Shake Milton, yeah, I mean, the turnovers are bad, but a lot of y'all play in leagues where literally turnovers don't matter at all. I mean, the best example of this would be a league that I got sent on Patreon today. And whenever y'all send me your teams on Patreon, whenever y'all want those write-ups, something I ask for y'all to always do is, hey, you better be sending me detailed descriptions of your league scoring, of your league starting requirements, of your roster sizes, who's on the waiver wire. I need every detail. And it seems like more and more I'm getting leagues sent to me on Patreon that turnovers literally couldn't matter at all. I mean, literally a turnover loses you 1 point in a points league, where that point just makes up for it. So if you're seeing a player average 30 points a night and average 5 rebounds, that still comes out to 25 points a night, and it really doesn't matter. And then you have the rebounds, you have the assists, you have the threes, you have the steals, the blocks, all adding onto it. So I guess with Shake Milton, you can sit here and say, hey, maybe for a category league, he's not that intriguing, because if he did get the bump up to 32 minutes a night, then you'd be expecting the turnovers to possibly go up there to 4. But still, you're seeing with Shake Milton that the field goal efficiency as well as the free throw efficiency is pretty high. So it doesn't matter if you're playing in a points league. It doesn't matter if you're playing in a category league. I mean, the field goal percentage over the past 14 days is up there at 51%. And this is with high volume as well. This is with 12 shots a game. So Shake Milton, going to be another player that I'm looking to add, and he is available in 70% of leagues. So you can go out there and make that move. All right, so now our next player is someone that I almost included in the video last week, and I should have, because now he's only available in half the leagues, where he was available in almost every league before the NBA trade deadline. It's going to be Chuma Okeke, and right now he has been on fire for the Orlando Magic. I mean, it's been surprising seeing the Magic pull out some of these games. And Okeke is definitely a much better option in a category league. That's something I want to put the caveat on. If you're playing in a points format where you're pretty much looking for raw volume, Okeke may not be the player for you. But in a category format, let's go through some of these categories that traditionally some players like Russell Westbrook may make you punt, where Chuma Okeke is averaging 53% from the field, over 90% from the free throw line, and his free throws aren't that high, so it's not really making too big of a difference for you, but still. And with 12.5 points, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, he's only averaging 1 turnover a night, barely 1 turnover a night. And we know that he's playing every game. He's playing back-to-backs. This Orlando Magic team doesn't have the depth to be resting players that often. So it looks like if you're playing in a category league, Chuma Okeke is someone that you not only are going to be picking up for a short time, you're probably going to be picking him up for the rest of the season, and you can consistently start him because he's just going to be giving you a nice little bump up in every single category and not hurting you in any, which that's something you want to see. I mean, if we go just a few players below in value over replacement over the past 14 days, you have someone like a Karis LeVert who's kind of similar in some of the categories, just say like their points, rebounds, and assists. Yet then you go over to his efficiency marks and he is shooting 38% from the field, 75% from the free throw line, and 2 turnovers a game. So if you're playing in a category league and you're looking at 2 of those players, I mean, Chuma Okeke, on the other hand, is never going to be losing you a category. He's never going to win one on his own right, but that's what you're going to have your star players for. And these guys off the waiver wire, you just want a little bit of that boost. Okay, so let's get our last player up here. Someone for the San Antonio Spurs, and honestly, I was very surprised to even see that these have been his stats over the past 14 days. It's going to be Jakob Poetel. And I know I probably butchered that name, and it's embarrassing as a Spurs fan, but y'all have realized by now that I literally can't say names. It is something that I've tried working on so much, and it doesn't matter how many times I hear someone else on another podcast talk about a player, I still won't be able to say his name. But regardless, let's just go with Jacob. We're going to call him Jacob. And Jacob for the Spurs has surprisingly been on fire over the past 14 days. Now, I will say he's going to be someone that's going to be better for a short bench league because we know that he's only available in 33% of Yahoo leagues. So he's not going to be everywhere for y'all. But if you can go through and if you can find a league, maybe you play in more than one league and in one of your shallower formats, he is available. I think that you could end up looking at him. And here we know with Jacob that he is playing on a team that doesn't have title aspirations. So that's the first thing we need to identify. And then the next thing we need to identify is the fact that he's not going to fit on every roster because just like we were talking about in some category formats where you may have to punt the position, Jacob is coming through and he has less than a 50% free throw percentage over the past 14 days. Obviously never going to make a 3. That's not what you're having him for. But his field goal percentage is up there at 67%. His points per night are up there at 12.5, over 10 rebounds a game, over 2.5 blocks a game. So Jacob, it really comes down to your roster construction. If you're playing in a category format where you kind of rely on having a higher free throw percentage and having a bunch of shooters on your roster and you don't need to be tanked in that category, then that's not someone you're going to be looking at. Whereas maybe you have someone like a Zion Williamson on your team and that's going to be your core asset. Jacob is going to be a fantastic add to go along with that core because he's only going to make your strengths stronger in the categories you're already punting. It won't matter too much. Now, I will say with Jacob, not someone that I'm going to be too interested in a points league unless you're playing in a league where you can prioritize rebounds. Maybe you get 1.5 points for rebounds instead of 1.2. But yeah, that's going to be our last player. And I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Of course, go down there, leave a comment telling me how stupid I am, how I can't say any names because I can't. Also, go join our free fantasy basketball group chat. And I'll see y'all with the video tomorrow.